Discover how a woke reporter's pageant question stunned Karoline Leavitt, only to backfire in this jaw-dropping tale of her rise from small-town roots to White House press secretary. Uncover the shocking truth behind her beauty queen past and why it's sparking chaos. Before we continue, I have a small request for you. If you are interested in this story, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch videos without subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes a big difference for us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you very much. Now let's go back to the video. Imagine a girl in a sleepy little town, hands sticky with ice cream, scooping cones under a lazy summer sun. She's got big dreams simmering beneath her small-town life, armed with little more than a softball bat and a stubborn spark. Now picture her years later. Karoline Leavitt, 27, the youngest White House press secretary ever, standing tall at the podium, her voice slicing through a swarm of reporters like a razor. She's Donald Trump's voice, a whirlwind in a sharp blazer, unfazed by the chaos. But here's the twist that'll hook you. A journalist just tossed out a wild question that's got everyone buzzing. Did this fierce woman once step onto a small-town stage chasing a beauty pageant crown? And could that dusty moment be the secret behind her jaw-dropping rise? This isn't just a story, it's a rollicking ride from humble roots to dazzling heights, bursting with grit, heart, and a destiny that defies the odds. Stick with me, because what's coming will turn everything you think about ambition upside down. We're in the White House press room, where the air hums with restless energy. Cameras click, voices jostle, and tension crackles. Karoline Leavitt owns the podium, deflecting tough questions with a cool, steady gaze. She's mid-answer, dismantling some policy jab, when Maggie Stone, a journalist with a glint in her eye, leans in. "Ms. Leavitt," Maggie says, her words cutting through the noise. "There's a rumor about your past. They say you competed in the Miss Atkinson beauty pageant back in New Hampshire and came in second. True? And did that stage set you up for this one?" The room hushes. All eyes lock on Karoline. She tilts her head, a faint smirk playing on her lips, then leans into the mic. "Maggie, you've been digging, huh?" "Yeah, I entered a little contest as a kid. But it wasn't about glamour. It was about guts and standing for something. Those lessons, they're why I'm here." Her voice carries a quiet fire, sparking whispers and frantic scribbles. She moves on, but that nugget lingers, irresistible. A pageant? Karoline Leavitt? The woman who battles the press like it's a sport once fought for a tiara? Let's rewind to where it all began, a summer that set her ablaze. It's 2014 in Atkinson, New Hampshire, a tiny dot of a town basking in the heat. One stoplight, a firehouse, and streets where neighbors wave like old friends, that's the vibe. Karoline Leavitt, 16, is behind the counter at her family's ice cream shop, a weathered spot with a tin roof and a line out the door on weekends. The air's sweet with sugar, her hands a swirl of chocolate and sprinkles as she scoops for kids and regulars alike. She's no ordinary small-towner. There's a restless edge to her, a glint you catch when she's twirling her softball bat or sparring over politics with the old guys nursing their Sundays. Her roots run deep here, woven into the cheers from her games and the warmth of a town that's watched her grow. The Atkinson Summer Festival rolls around that year. Think cotton candy, sizzling grills, and a lively hum. The highlight? The Miss Atkinson Beauty Contest. Forget the cliches. This isn't about glitz or heels. It's a scrappy showdown of talent, smarts, and spirit, a chance for local kids to shine. Karoline's mom sees the flyer curling on the shop window. "You should do it," she says one night, wiping the counter with a steady hand. "Not for a sash. For us. Show 'em who you are." Karoline pauses, scoop dripping, her mind racing. She's not into fluff. Give her a field over a spotlight any day. But then she glances around. The worn tables etched with kids' initials, the faded photos of her grandparents at work, the faces who've cheered her on. This isn't about vanity, it's about roots. She nods, a spark igniting. "Okay, Mom, let's shake things up." Festival day dawns hot and buzzing. The grounds swarm with life, kids dart around, a dunk tank clangs, and a wobbly stage stands ready. Karoline steps up in her sneakers, no frills, just fire. The talent round hits, and she grabs the stage, softball bat in hand. She spins it like a pro, tosses it high and snags it mid-air. A blur of grit honed on dusty fields. The crowd roars, not just for the moves but for their girl, the one they know inside out. Next, she pitches her big idea. A free summer camp for local kids, funded by places like her family's shop. "This town gave me everything," she says, her voice clear and strong, locking eyes with the crowd. Farmers, moms, sticky-fingered kids. "I want every kid here to have that shot." It's real, raw, and it hits home. People lean in, some tearing up. She's not just speaking, she's pulling them along. Then the judges ask, "Why should you represent Atkinson?" It's a heavy one, but Karoline doesn't waver. She steps to the mic, her tone fierce yet warm. "Because this place is my core, the sweat in this shop, the cheers at my games, the folks who've got my back. I don't need a crown to lift it up, I want it to soar." Her words crack like lightning and the crowd leaps up, clapping till it hurts. This isn't rehearsed. It's Karoline, pure and unfiltered. The results come in, tight as a drum. She lands second, a breath from the top. The winner gets tears and a sash. Karoline gets a nod and a cheer that rattles the stage. She walks off, head high, no trace of defeat. Her mom pulls her close. "You didn't need that crown," she whispers. "You owned it." And she did. That day wasn't a miss. It was a spark, lighting a fuse she'd carry far beyond Atkinson. That summer shifts something in her. Back at the shop, she's still scooping, still joking, but there's a new glow, a quiet strength. High school flies by, and she's more than a softball standout now. She's rallying the team, charming the coach, debating anyone who dares. That stage showed her she could command attention, sell a dream, hold steady under fire. At 19, she's at St. Anselm College, swinging on a scholarship, but her sights are higher. An internship at Fox News comes next, and it's like that pageant reborn. She dodges curveballs from producers, wins them over with her cool-headed spark. She's not just there, she's rising. Then 2016 hits, and Trump's campaign sweeps in like a storm. Karoline dives in, rallying crowds, crafting words, thriving in the madness. That small-town stage echoes in her every move. Same calm, same steel. The years roll on, and she's unstoppable. In her early 20s, she's in the Trump White House under Kayleigh McEnany, honing her edge. But she's not one to linger in the background. At 25, she runs for Congress in New Hampshire, a bold, gutsy leap. She clinches the primary, stunning doubters, and though the general slips away, it's not a fall, it's a springboard. She's back with Trump soon after, his campaign press secretary powering him to a second term. When he takes office again, she steps up. 27, a new mom with a baby boy, now White House press secretary. She's history in motion, balancing motherhood and a press corps that doesn't quit. Her first briefing shakes things up. She invites podcasters and YouTubers, leaving the old guard grumbling. It's fearless, it's her. Then Maggie's question lands, and it's a flashback with teeth. That girl pitching a camp to a small-town crowd? She's the same one pitching policy to the nation, steady as ever. That 2014 stage was her proving ground. The talent round taught her to captivate, the pitch taught her to inspire, the Q&A taught her to stand firm. Atkinson didn't just raise her, it built her. Her mom was spot on. She didn't need that sash. She was crafting something grander, one determined step at a time. Now, with a baby at home and the world watching, she's still that girl with the bat, swinging at every challenge. Karoline Leavitt's tale isn't about chance or privilege. It's about a kid from a sticky-floored shop who turned a near win into a triumph. She didn't take that crown, but she conquered doubt, limits, and every naysayer in her path. From a small-town stage to the global arena, she shows the fiercest fights start in the quietest corners. So what's her magic? That summer spark or a flame she always carried? You tell me. Drop your take below. Hit like if this stirred you, and share it with someone who needs a push. Karoline proves the biggest wins don't come with a title, they come with heart. Catch you next time.